Hey guys, Seth again, Freestyle Swordsman checking in. Did another video before this one, just went on too long. Had too many coughs and uhs and ums and stuff, so we're gonna shorten it down quite a fucking bit. We're gonna start with this up here. And yeah, it's the same knife, but this is my newest sample of the BPS Knives line. BPS Savage, number 2. Some differences, they list the blade steel on the blade. I'm not going to pick him up and start messing around because that's how I fucked up the first video. But the oak on the handle is darker than this one. It's almost black. After I said I wasn't going to pick him up, and here they are. Here I am doing the shit. The sheaths are pretty much the same. I threw on some paracord and kind of did a little rig on this one to carry it as a neck knife. It doesn't work too well. I don't really carry it like that. These are like safe cleans to me, even though they're kind of cheap. $40 or so and some change after Amazon shippings and whatever's done. But they're rare. They're gonna be rare because they're kind of just like one of a kind, like Ecos right here. And we'll get into that in a second. I mean, they're not one of a kind, but they're rare. They're from the Ukraine, and with all the crap going on over there, I don't see these being made forever. You know, you probably can't get this 60 years from now like a buck 119, Eric. That one's for you. So both of these are BPS Savages. This one was my original one, which has been reprofiled to be almost convex, despite the thinness of the edge. I mean, it's very, very sharp. This one has just been stropped without grinding it down. And honestly, there's not too much of a difference. You can definitely tell that one's got a smoother profile going down through paper or whatever. Excuse me. Excuse me. Anywho, which comes to the next two. You have the BPS Adventurer Nighthawk and the Ecos 1095 Qui-Gon. And they're like more similar than I wanted to admit when I first got these two. I mean, look at that. They're like very, very similar. $200, around 50. Okay, so let's get into the differences. So I've done my thoughts on this one. This is just for comparison. But before I move this one too much out of the way, as far as out of the box sharpness, it goes to that. And that's just because I won't reprofile this one. It's too much money. I'm not gonna fuck up my favorite all-time fixed blade knife. And she's going back in the sheath on my neck where she belongs. Anywho, I've been carrying this one to work and around with me since I bought her. And this is the BPS Nighthawk Adventurer. And you notice right there from the steel, it says the HCR 1M whatever MOV, that long piece of crap. Basically, it's stainless steel is what it's trying to say. And I was surprised. I didn't even notice this until I was talking to Eric earlier, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't what I ordered. And I realized they listed this as stainless steel. Then I thought about, though, you know what? Buck does a great 119. I'm sorry, the Buck 119 model, which is 420C. Maybe they do a good heat treat too. And guess what? They fucking do. If no one had told me this was stainless, I would have been like fighting you to the last breath. This is carbon steel. Anywho, besides that, you guys saw the length, about 5.5 inches. That ain't whatever steel, but it's heat treated to like godlike proportions. Stupid sharp. I stropped it. Obviously, the Scandi bevel, Scandi edge is still there. And if you ever want to make this convex, you wouldn't come down here. You would just grind this down to match with this. So it would be a smooth transition. But honestly, as steep as this is, it goes all the way to here, you probably wouldn't gain anything, at least from a knife. This isn't a sword, so from a knife perspective, probably you wouldn't gain too much. I mean, if anything, unless you want to go cut tatami with it, and I don't know why you want to do that, but anywho, razor stupid sharp, BPS Knives, and this is the Nighthawk Adventurer with the black sheath and black dongler. It did come with a ferro rods in the back seat of my car. This thing came in the mail when I was getting ready to go to work. And I just tossed the ferro rod in the back seat because it had a really tight fit. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And I'm going to toss it in the back seat. I'll get it later. Don't really care. Still don't care about a ferro rod. All I want is a good sharp knife to carry on me. So anyway, this is the Nighthawk version, and what is the Nighthawk version? It's just the black version, dark version. There's a tan version where it's the same steel as the Savages, and I'm wondering if they're going to be going over to stainless steel like more knives have, because I don't know, whatever for whatever reason, but this one is that 8CR or whatever. Like I said, great steel and heat treat from what I can tell. If I had to guess, I wouldn't tell there's any difference from that and this and that, and whatever. But the tan one is still listed as 10 to 66. It's still available on Amazon in plentiful availability, but this one only had 9. I bought one, and I bought another one for someone else that's a friend of mine. And that's pretty much it, guys. BPS Knives deserve our support, our reviews, and our videos. There's not enough of them. With just me and Eric and a few other people. Let's get this brand out there. They're from the Ukraine. They're going through a lot of crap, and they're good people. So they put out a good product like this, and to be honest, I've seen knives cost 3 times as much, 4 times as much, 5 times as much, and you could saw on your leg all day and they wouldn't cut you. If you did that with this, you'd be in the hospital ready to dead. Probably dead if you were to saw on yourself. And that's my version, and the unstrap version, and the strap version. And this one is just strap too. Look at that. You want to saw on your leg with that? I don't think so. And just to pop in one more freaking time, because it's my all-time favorite knife of all time, the Ecos 1095 Kwaiken. It's not quite as sharp as those, but, you know, it's a different animal. And it could be if I decided to do so, which I'm not. Anywho, you guys have a great one. Going on 10 minutes. Peace. And show BPS some love on Amazon. You guys have a great one. See you next time.